Sharkie Gamer here. So today we're taking a look at the Gamester Formula Racer handheld steering wheel for PlayStation 1. So this is at the front of the box. You've got the Gamester logo up top here. Moving more to the center, you get a bit of a glimpse at the Formula Racer. And of course at the top there it says for PlayStation PS1. Down here it says for incredible racing experience. And then it's got the Formula Racer handheld steering wheel. And it says incorporating dual force technology. And of course it shows you how it turns. That's the side of the box. That's the other side. On the back again it shows that turning little logo there. And the Gamester. And then moving on here it says Formula Racer unique handheld steering wheel. Suitable for all driving games. Quick start, no setup required. Features dual force vibration. Supports DualShock Nijicon and analog modes. And then the rest of this is all just different languages. And same with the bottom. So let's open this up and have a look at the Formula Racer. Okay, so first up you get this little page, and all it is showing you how you actually turn the dual force on, and dual force is basically the vibration function. Okay, so first up you've got quite a long cable there, and of course it's got a PlayStation connection on it. And this leads into the Formula Racer. So you can see it's a really nice colour. It looks pretty awesome actually. It stands out. Got the gold coloured buttons and the red and the black. It all looks really nice. Really cool. So first off, this is a handheld racing wheel. So how does the wheel work? Because you can see here it's got almost, it looks kind of like half a wheel you could say. And it pretty much is half a wheel. They've just shrunk it down to one side of the controller. So you hold it basically by holding it this side. Because you've got buttons on the back there, so you hold it like this. So you can reach both those buttons and that grip. And then this hand holds the wheel like this, and you turn it like this. So this here is basically like a small half-size steering wheel. And this is how you actually turn your car. Now going into the actual main control here, you've got the Gamester logo, you've got Start, Select and Mode. And Mode allows you to select from a Dual Force, Namco, as well the Namco Nijicon, and as well as analog. So of course the Namco mode means that this will replicate a Nijicon racing controller, so it'll work in those Namco games. Moving along here, this is your D-pad. It's a really horrible D-pad, but it's a basic D-pad just to get you by in case you need to use a D-pad. Then here it's got your main function buttons, so you've got your triangle, square, X and circle. I'll try to get a better look at them. And then right next to it is your A and B button. Now what A and B button is, these are taller buttons and they are meant to be accelerate and brake. So it's basically to accelerate your vehicle and brake. And don't know if you can hear that. They're a bit more, they've got a different sound to them. And this is where the analog will come into play, because these will act like foot pedals, so you'll accelerate and you'll brake. So these are just trying to replicate foot pedals like you would normally have two pedals. These basically are trying to replace that. And of course if you see there as well, just next to the X and the circle button it says A and B, because it's showing you that they correspond to these as well. On the back of the controller, on the top here you've got R1 and R2 on the shoulder there. Then just in this little groove here you've got R3 and L3. which R3 and L3 would be normally when you push down your analog sticks, you get R3 and L3. And on the side, you've got L1 and L2. So like I said before, when you're holding it, you can actually reach these two buttons here. And if you want, you can reach those as well. And when you're holding this side with the wheel, you're holding with the steering wheel like something like this. And you can also just reach behind and get those as well. So you can easily turn and you can get those buttons if you need to. Otherwise, you can just hold the wheel with your whole hand and steer away. And another function this one has is it has that dual force technology, which basically means vibration function, just to give you a little bit of force feedback when you're actually playing a game that will allow that, just to give you a bit of thing when you're driving your vehicle or car or something, and you feel a bit of vibration when you go over something or crash or something like that. Now to turn dual force on, basically there's a switch underneath the wheel there, and there's a switch on the side. So at the moment it's actually turned on because it's down. If you were to turn vibration off, that would go up, and that would go to the other side, and again to turn on, that would go towards this way, and then this would go down, and then dual force would be turned on, and that just turns on that vibration function for the wheel, so it gives you a little bit of like force feedback when you're playing a racing game. So the idea behind this thing, it's compact, it's very small, so if you didn't have it space for a larger like steering wheel, like a fully functional steering wheel, then of course this thing would be ideal, because it still gives you a little bit more easier control for a racing game than say a standard DualShock gamepad, but it's a bit more portable than a steering wheel. So it just gives you a different way to play racing games if you don't have space for that massive steering wheel. And it does look pretty cool. It looks pretty unique and a bit weird, but it does function well. Very easy to steer your car and everything, and of course accelerate and brake down there. And of course, because it's got that Namco mode, means it can replicate the Nijicon, which means any game that those will work in, this will work in as well. Now this one is the original version, the Formula Racer for PS1. This version is actually very hard to find. You don't see this very often at all. And I have to admit, the Formula Racer does look pretty cool. That red color with the gold buttons and the black and that, it makes it really look really nice. It kind of just really stands out. Now they did make a version of this for PlayStation 2, and I will be showing that one up very shortly. So if you're looking for the PS2 version, then I will have a video on my channel probably in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that one. But this one is the PS1 version, and like I say, it is pretty hard to find, so it would be ideal for any kind of PlayStation collector. Or if you like playing racing games on the PS1, then this might be something that you might want to look at. Obviously, it doesn't really, doesn't quite replace a steering wheel, because like a proper racing wheel is still the best to play racing games. But if you didn't have the space, or you wanted something a bit more compact, something not as standard as like a gamepad, but something not as large as a wheel, then this would be perfect for you, because it meshes that wheel / gamepad quite perfectly. So you guys, that was the Formula Racer made by Gamester. It's pretty cool. That's about all I can say about that one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Sharkie Gamer. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll leave some more controller and accessory reviews up very shortly. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you want to, and if you like this video, then hit that like button. Really helps a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.